the groups that you work with. So I think probably to kick us all off, if I can ask everyone to pop their name and organisation into the chat, and that will give us a good idea of where everybody is coming from. And it's also good for us for reporting and to know how many people we've engaged with and how many groups we have engaged with as well during this. So for the duration of the session, if everyone can stay on mute, with the exception of when you are presenting or of watching those that are presenting. And if anyone has any connection problems, I think we've all kind of found now the best thing to do is maybe to leave and rejoin the Zoom and reconnect that way. Anyone wishing to tweet, please use the @MEAComNav Twitter handle. I think Chrissy's bringing it up on the screen. And also then #RapidRundown. So the idea of the Rapid Rundown was born really during the first wave of the pandemic, when, as we all know, it was really difficult to know what organisations were still delivering services, and you know what they were delivering and to what capacity they had. And we all know how busy everyone is. So we thought that this would be a really quick fire way of sharing that information. So same as last year, we will be having our prizes for good listeners. So this year, our prizes are once again the lovely Terry's chocolate oranges. And I'll be quite honest, I did have one to show you today, but I ate it last night. So that kind of knocked that one out. So you can imagine this lovely Terry's chocolate orange just winging its way to you. So it's fastest finger first. And this year, our clues are rubber ducks. So they are hidden in among the presentation. So there's 3 rubber ducks hidden in among the presentations today. And once you spot it, if you can just pop into the chat as fast as you can. I've just seen the rubber duck or something along those lines. A lovely Terry's chocolate orange will be winging its way to you. And I will ensure someone else in the office does that so that I don't eat them all before they go out. So unfortunately, we won't have time for questions today, but everybody's details for all the organisations and all the presenters will be up on the screen so you can contact them directly. And again, we'll be sharing the slides and the recording will be online available for you so you can get the information there. If I can take this opportunity maybe to do, Chrissy, if you maybe want to take down the presentation 2 seconds, and we'll do one big photograph of everybody now while we have everybody on, that would be absolutely super. And I'm hoping Chrissy's going to you can take the photo for us. So we'll maybe go for a wee jazz hands, will we? So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hold on, I'm not that quick now.
Oh, okay. Maybe Chrissy, you can do the 1, 2, 3.
Snooze, you lose, Chrissy. I've already taken the photograph.
Right.
Oh, so she was looking for Terry's chocolate orange. That's
right. Okay, everybody, jazz hands.
1, 2, 3.
There we go. Done.
Brilliant. Well done. Well done. There was a program many months ago on art to do with hands, wasn't there? Like an art or science program 5 or something. That's what it looks like. Brilliant. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So yes, very quickly then, the role of the Community Navigator. As many of you know, my role with the Community Navigator service is to signpost and support older people to services and organisations that can help them in the Mid and East Antrim area. And without all the fantastic work of the organisations that you guys all belong to, it just simply would be impossible because you guys are the people that we are referring on to. And the same goes for Impact Agewell as well at MEAP. So we really depend on the other organisations to be able to provide that support and that help. So say my role A is to support the older people and point them in the direction of the right information, and then B is also to kind of network and share information like this. So without further ado, I think we will get started. And first up, we have the Alzheimer's Society with Valerie. And just to make everybody aware that's presenting, Chrissy has a good old kitchen timer, hasn't he? And Chrissy will be starting the timer. You will also get for the 2 minutes, and you will also get a slide then pop up when you have 10 seconds remaining, so you know to wrap up. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll kick off with Valerie then. All right.
Thanks very much, Jenny. Thanks for having me on. I'm the dementia support worker for the Alzheimer's Society, Antrim and Ballymena, and covering East Antrim at the minute as well, covering a maternity cover. So what we do is our services, yes, have changed a little during the lockdown. So we still do the telephone and email referrals. Anybody can refer into us. And we can do a one-to-one visit now. So if somebody's harder of hearing or would rather see you face-to-face rather than over the phone, we can do the home visits now, or we still do the telephone consultations. And I see there, I put that wrong. I spelled that wrong in that slide. Sorry. So we provide information and support. So we will help that person understand the diagnosis, explain the diagnosis to them, and any questions they have about behaviours, we will do that as well. We can send out publications and fact sheets. And we provide information on other agencies and services. So if there's other services in the area, you know, there's walking groups now, there's exercise groups, there's loads of things going on in the community, and it's great to have this, that you get to hear what all is going on. So we would signpost them to them as well. And also their benefits checks, make sure they're getting their benefits, their wills and enduring power of attorney, everything's up to date. So all that information we provide them with. We then do the virtual care support groups. They're not face-to-face at the minute, so we do them via Zoom, which is the new go-to for everybody. So care support groups once a month, and then we have information sessions as well. So actually I have one today, a couple running this side of Christmas, and then they'll be running again in February. So again, we have topics like what is dementia, maybe a solicitor on talking about wills. We have one today actually talking about care homes and what to expect when you're making that decision about placing your loved one in care. So we cover different topics as well. Companion calls, Singing for the Brain, online talking point, and the helpline we have as well. And we have a volunteer on there today who does the companion calls, which is an excellent service where they can connect with carers or people with dementia just and check in on them and get to know them that way. So I think that is us. I make it on time, Chrissy. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much, Valerie. That was brilliant. Next up, we have the Rare Disease Partnership and Caroline.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Caroline. I am the Community Navigator for the Northern Ireland Rare Disease Partnership. We work with individuals who have been diagnosed with a rare condition. We support family members, carers, friends, and also work aside and along with health professionals. Currently, there is 1 in 17 individuals impacted by rare conditions here in Northern Ireland. Currently, we have no face-to-face contact at the minute. We are providing the virtual support hub. This can be referred by health professionals, but we also accept self-referrals. This can be over the phone, by email, or you can contact us on our social media sites or even our website. So we can provide advice, support, and assistance. This includes things like information on your diagnosis, emotional support, but we also connect individuals to organisations. With a rare condition, your closest organisation can be outside of the UK. So we connect individuals to worldwide organisations, and we can help you make those connections and source that information for you. We also provide practical support information. We can help obtain, health and wellbeing services, mental health services. We can do benefit checks. We do a range of services. If we can't provide it ourselves, we have huge connections to other organisations as well. Currently, we have our Living Well With programme. If you can move on to the next wee slide. So before COVID, we used to have face-to-face contact. Unfortunately, that's not possible at the minute. So we have a Living Well With sessions. These are virtual programs. We do social cafes, empowerment advocacy, and you can see here we have this Friday our healthy eating session, and then on the 7th of December we have our pain program. To join those services, all you have to do is email myself, info@NIRDP, or you can contact the phone numbers at the bottom there, or email address, or even on social media. Thank you so much.
That was fab, Caroline.
Yeah.
Thank you. And great to know that there is support out there for people that do feel so isolated because their condition isn't that common. And sometimes it's very difficult. People don't know who to turn to. So brilliant. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Jenny. Much appreciate it.
Oh, no problem at all. Next up, we have Barbara Ann from Good Morning Larne, who's going to be presenting on behalf of the 3 Good Mornings in the area.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Barbara Ann Gilchrist, and I'll be talking to you on behalf of all the Good Mornings, which is Ballymena, Carrick and Larne in the East Antrim area. We like to say that our telephone service is not just a phone call, it's friends on the phone. These daily telephone calls aren't just a morning call to check safety or to check how people are doing or a signposting service. They are peer-to-peer friendship on the phone services. They're time for people to connect and share experiences, time to offload fears and anxieties, which has been very helpful with COVID and isolation, and it's time to seek comfort and understanding. Our aims are to reduce the feelings of isolation and loneliness for our local older people. And our services continue to be very well positioned in the community to help our local seniors through COVID, new lockdowns, new variants, new rules, new fears, and we're as busy as ever. In a pre-pandemic world, there would be other benefits for being on the call service, because we would be hosting lunches, outings, coffee mornings, and all complete with information packs and goodie bags. And like any friendship, if someone is in need of help, we try to be there. For example, hospital visits or emergency food shop. And if we can't do something for you, then we try and find someone who can. Most of the activities are still stopped because of COVID. But even though that we can't come together at the minute, we're still trying to stay connected with everyone, and we've been sending out flyers, cards, fish suppers, afternoon teas, all with health-related information. And we've been in the right place as well to help during the time of need, for instance, when people have been isolating because of COVID. Our Good Morning Larne staff and volunteers are still facing challenges of working remotely. Most of our team would be seniors themselves, so due to their own personal circumstances, or if they're caring for family members, they want to stay isolated from each other, and that has been hard. We've got a heavier workload, and we're suffering with longer referrals. And also, like many of our colleagues in the health and care sector, everyone in the community and voluntary sector are also very fatigued. So hats off to you, and a round of applause if you are a fellow community worker. Finally, just to finish off on a positive, what I found this year is that we have all been experiencing what an older person experiences, the very people that we are trying to support and help. So we're all learning what it's like to live isolated, not maybe speaking to people for 1 or 2 or 3 days at a time, or even longer, or having the opportunity to get in touch with people. So hopefully going forward, we can all have a greater insight and knowledge as to how we can help our seniors. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Barbara. And I know firsthand at the app, we are so grateful for all the work that Good Mornings do. It's one of the organisations we send lots of our referral, can't speak today, of our referrals to. So thank you so much. Next up, we have Claire from the Trust Cares Hub. But before we move on to Claire, I think Jane Dunlop has just nabbed it, pipped it to the post for the rubber duck. So Jane, there'll be a Terry's chocolate orange winging it for you. And I think as well, we'll throw in a wee bonus prize. So we'll do another chocolate orange for the best duck joke. If you want to put your best duck joke into the...
I think Hugh Black has won that.
Hugh Black, quack, quack.
That was brilliant.
Well then, Hugh, there's a Terry's chocolate orange winging its way to you. Hugh Black, quack, quack. Love it. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Brilliant. And we thought that was quite a sneaky one, didn't we, Chrissy? Because it was in among the stuff in the Good Morning picture. Oh, these are too good, too good. So over to Claire now from the Carers Hub.
Thanks, Jenny. Morning, everyone. I'm Claire Campbell, the Care Coordinator in the Carer Hub in the Northern Health and Social Care Trust. A carer, by definition, is someone who provides regular, substantial care on an informal, unpaid basis. So I'm talking today about family carers who are looking after or supporting someone through a long-term health condition or disability. Our Carer Hub was launched on Carers' Rights Day in 2019, as carers have been telling us that they didn't know who to contact in the trust for information or support, or if they didn't have a named worker,
So the Carer Hub is a central point of contact for carers, family members, staff. It's available Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. The last time I was on here last year, I told you that we'd had 4,000 contacts with carers that year across the trust area, whether that was by telephone or by email. But during 2021, we've had over 23,000 contacts with carers and staff. This was generally for information, signposting, to join a class, to get a bit of support. But I think what has boosted those figures was earlier in the year, we were involved with the carer vaccination programme when it was rolled out to carers as a priority group. So we were inundated with calls for that. However, that helped us identify many hidden carers who were in the community. So we were able to send out carer support packs, signpost people, let them know that we were there. Our carer support programme goes out quarterly at the moment, and it's been mostly online over the last year. But I would say for us, online was a new concept last year, a new thing, but we've had over 970 carers attend our classes in the last year, and we're taking a close step to going to in-person catch-ups with walk-in groups, with our, hopefully when the weather improves next year, we'll get more face-to-face things introduced. I would just say, if you know anyone out there in the community who is looking after a family member, whether they see themselves as a carer or not, signpost them to the Carer Hub. There's plenty of support available. They'll get a support pack or newsletter, access to a programme, and we'll keep them right. I'm just seeing there our website popping up to your carers digital website. Everything is available in our welcome packs when we send them out to carers, so they'll be well informed.
Brilliant, thank you so much, Claire. Those figures are astounding. Absolutely astounding. 23,000, that's crazy. Brilliant, well done to everybody involved. Absolutely fantastic. So next up we have Charlene from MEAP, and she's going to be telling us about the MEAP Handy Person service that we deliver in partnership with Bryson Energy.
Hey everyone, my name's Charlene and I'm here from Mid and East Antrim Agewell partnership to tell you about our handyman service. This service is provided in partnership with Bryson Energy, as Jenny said, and is available to anyone in the Ballymena, Larne and Carrickfergus area, providing they are over the age of 60, to carry out small home repairs. The handyman service is only £10 an hour with a maximum of 3 hours per visit. Examples of work that can be done is power washing small areas of concrete slabs, providing that the client has an outdoor tap, hanging curtain poles, pictures and mirrors. He can also install home security equipment and key safes. Exclusions of the service includes painting and decorating, plumbing and electrical works. To book the service, you just need to call our office and speak to a member of the team who will take the client's details and a short description of the work required to be carried out. The referral is then sent to the handyman, who will be in touch with the client over the next 10 working days to arrange a date and time to complete the work. Our office contact details are just on the next slide. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Charlene. And just supposed to welcome Charlene actually to the team at MEAP. Charlene's been in covering Leanne's maternity post, and she's fit it in so well. She's absolutely fantastic. So thank you. Brilliant. Next up, we have another MEAP presentation. This time it is Una, and she's going to tell us about the Impact Agewell programme.
Hi everyone, thanks Jenny. So my name's Una and I'm an Impact Agewell officer at MEAP. So Impact Agewell is one of our flagship projects, and myself and the other officers work with people aged over 60, living with one long-term health condition or fatally, and are registered with one of our 17 GP practices in the Larne, Carrickfergus or Ballymena area. So anyone can refer into the Impact Agewell project, and since June this year we've been back out doing home visits with our older people, which is great, but we're still offering telephone support or doorstep visits to those that prefer that. So when we're out on our visits, we use a uniquely developed health and wellbeing action plan to support our older people and talk to them about a range of issues, such as their home, medications, financial advice, home security, community connections, and loads more. So we work within a hub team of GPs, health trust staff, and community pharmacists to provide a kind of holistic care approach for the older person and to try and help them understand their condition and how best to navigate the health service. So as Jenny said, we frequently signpost to many of the brilliant services that are here today and the local community groups on our doorstep. So take Joe, for example. So Joe was referred through to Impact by his local GP. He's 94, lives alone and is living with frailty and diabetes. So his wife died around 5 years ago and he's been having issues with his sight and mobility. So over the 6-month support period, the Impact Agewell officer was able to put Joe in touch with the local bereavement support service. She got in touch with RNIB and they were able to advise of any benefits he might be entitled to and aids for his home. She helped him join community transport scheme just to connect him with his local community groups and referred him to an OT who provided him with a rollator, grab rails and a shower seat. We also put him in touch with Good Morning Befriending Services, where a local volunteer will call him a few times a week just to check in on him and have a chat. So he has a real love of the banjo and was delighted when his project officer was able to find a local country and folk music group that he could attend after lockdown. So that's it from me, and that's my contact details there just on the screen. And if you know anyone that would benefit from the Impact Agewell project, please just send them our way. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Anna. That was absolutely fab. Next up, we have the Macular Society with Karen. Oh, I'm looking for Karen. Karen, are you on mute, are you?
I'm sitting talking away there and talking as fast as I could because I'm conscious of time. So clearly
you're all right.
Yourself. So yes, Karen from the Macular Society. The Macular Society are UK-wide charity supporting anyone with a macular condition. Macular is all about sight loss, so it could be somebody with age-related macular degeneration, macular dystrophy, or diabetic macular edema. We have a number of services. We have our support groups. We've 25 across Northern Ireland, and one in each of the MEAP areas. They provide information, support and advice for people with macular conditions. And it's also open to family members as well and friends. Another thing we have is winter warmers calls. These run from November to February, and it's designed to reduce the isolation and loneliness that people feel. It's lots of entertainers, historians, singers. So it's every Wednesday from 6 o'clock to 7. We have a Charles Bonnet group, which is all about visual hallucinations as a result of macular disease. It's a 6-week course where people get to chat with others who have visual hallucinations, and they get to learn some coping strategies as well and eye exercises. Our befriending service is a telephone-based befriending service where they're matched up with somebody locally and they get a regular call, as regular as they want that. Our counselling service, again, we're running a telephone-based counselling service with trained counsellors who only specialise in macular conditions. And we have a Connect by Tech service, so it's helping people to access technology, whatever that is. We run that over the phone. So it's that we've taught people how to kind of use Zoom to keep in contact with family, and Libraries NI app. We have an advice and information service. That service refers people to any of our local services, but one of the important things they're doing at the minute is providing an advocacy service for those people who are struggling to access eye injections at the macular clinics. You should be seen within 4 weeks, but it's currently within 5 months, so it's quite significant and can result in sight loss. So, and we have local patient information events as well that we run with local macular clinics. So, second slide is just my details of how to get in contact, either through myself or through our advice service. Thank you.
Brilliant, Karen. Thank you so much. That was great. So I think our winner there, I see Charlene has been put in with her fastest finger first, but I don't know if she is a valid entrant since she works for me app. So we'll maybe have to go with Jan. I'll buy you a Terry's chocolate orange, Charlene, on Friday. Will that do? So maybe have to go with Jan from Durry Road Development Group. So Jan, there is a Terry's chocolate orange winging its way to you. So fantastic. Next up, then we have Owen and Jill from Mid and East Antrim Borough Council from the Health and Wellbeing team.
Okay, so we are community health and wellbeing advisors at Mid and East Antrim Borough Council. So we can carry out home safety and energy efficiency visits. So I'll run through home safety quickly first of all, and then Owen will do energy efficiency afterwards. So we can carry out home safety visits for anybody over 65 and under 5s, and also any other disadvantaged groups of the population as well. So for over 65s home safety, basically we'd run through an informal risk assessment of the home, identify any risks or hazards, and talk through any concerns that the applicant might have. We can also provide advice and guidance on things like carbon monoxide, slip, trips and falls. We can make onward referrals to other agencies who might be able to help. So some of our referral partners is OTs, the fire service, or maybe for an assisted bin lift. Part of our service, we can also provide free equipment as necessary. So a small example of some of the equipment we have is things like touch lamps, helping hands, jar openers. We can also give out carbon monoxide alarms, and that's just a small example of some of the equipment that we have.
In terms of energy efficiency, it's a wide ranging service that offers a lot more than just calling out to someone's property and checking for damp and mold. So it's available to any householder within Mid and East Antrim. The support includes onward referrals to energy efficiency schemes and support organisations. So that can include the Housing Executive and NEA. We can call out on a one-to-one basis and advise on current household energy use. So if there's any appliances that are eating up the electricity bills, or we can give advice on maybe how to reduce that. We can also bring out energy monitors that can give you a visual representation of each daily electric use. We can also come out and help you manage your current heating system. So if they aren't set up correctly, or they aren't set up efficiently, we can give advice on that too. And as well as helping give advice on budgeting for fuel, which is probably a very prominent issue for a lot of people now with rising costs. So that's just a wee snapshot of what we do for energy efficiency too.
Fantastic, thank you so much. And I'm sure there's lots of people that don't know of services like that are available, so it's great to be able to share those. Brilliant, thank you. Next up then we have Mid and East Antrim Community Advice Services, and we have Hannah presenting.
Hi, my name's Hannah, and I'm a senior advisor with Mid and East Antrim Community Advice Services. So the type of help and assistance we can offer would be like, we would advise the public on a number of topics, including but not limited to welfare benefits, housing, debt, consumer protection, and also a bit of employment as well. The majority of the advice that we give is around welfare benefits, and this is where you'll need to contact us for a benefits check. They're done on an individual basis, as everyone's circumstances are different. And if you'd like us to check, that you're in receipt of the correct benefits, you can give us a call on the number that I think is on the slide. It's 02896001333, and it normally takes around 15 to 30 minutes, just depending on your circumstances. Then once we've done a benefits check, we can help with claiming any benefits that the client may be entitled to. If you've also applied for a benefit and it's been refused, we can advise, support and assist in appealing this. We can also advise our clients on housing rights issues, including the rights and responsibilities as a private or social housing tenant. So this could include issues when also living in supported housing like folds. And we also provide confidential debt advice. Debt advice is tailored to the specific circumstances and priorities of the individual. And this is to prevent an increase in debt levels. So you can be referred by your MEAP community navigator, and it'll normally be me that's contacting you about that. We can also refer clients to the food bank and things like that. And normally around Christmas time, we So we would have some projects related to fuel and things like that. So it's always important just to keep referring clients and seeing how we can help them in any way.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. That was fab, Hannah. And again, I think something that we always need to be reminded of is that, you know, people's circumstances change. So keep referring back in to make sure they're getting everything they are entitled to. So fantastic. Thank you. Next up, we have Maureen from North Coast Community Transport.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay? All right, could you move to the next slide, please, Jenny? Okay, so North Coast Community Transport provides a transport service for the residents of Causeway Coast and Glens and the Ballymena area of Mid and East Antrim Council areas. Now, those areas include Limavady, Coleraine, Ballymoney, Ballymena, and Moyle. North Coast Community Transport is a membership organisation, which means to use the transport, you need to become a member, and there's an annual fee of £10 a year. Whenever you're booking your transport, also we would ask that you would give 48 hours notice for your journey, because for scheduling purposes for the girls that work in the office, to make sure everybody has their journey that they have asked for. So we provide transport then to hospital appointments, depending on the service. It can be within inside our operational area or outside the operational area. We also provide transport to shopping trips, religious services, education courses, training, employment and recreational services. Our services include the Dial-a-Lift Rural Transport Service, which is a service, if you have a smart pass, you can travel within 15 miles of your house free. And we, as I say, we use either a volunteer car driver service, or we use specially adapted buses, depending on what your mobility needs are. We also have the Disability Action Transport System, which operates within the Coleraine area. And again, that's for people with various disabilities, to help them get to various appointments and to daycare services and that. We also have a group work full cost service as well. So if you're a group operating within the area, you can actually book a bus for your journey, and again, as it's costed at the full cost of the service. The Ways to Wellbeing service is the one that I manage myself, and it goes outside the operation area. You can travel anywhere throughout Northern Ireland. And to be honest with you, over the last year, the most popular journeys have been to hospital appointments. As I said before, we also use volunteer car service, which means the volunteer car drivers take people and wait on them at their various appointments. So as I said before, we're a membership organisation. So if you want to become a member, the contact details is in the page previous to this. So give us a call, and we can send you out a membership form, and you can avail of the services. Thank you.
Lovely, Maureen. Thank you so much. And I had the joy of being down at a focus group for North Coast Community Transport just a couple of weeks ago. So it's great to hear that service is available. And again, I suppose your kind of the alternative for the Larne and Carrick areas then would be South Antrim Community Transport as well. So fantastic, thank you. Next up then we have Stephanie from Northern Ireland, Chest, Heart and Stroke.
Yeah, hiya, I'm Stephanie and I'm a senior coordinator for Chest, Heart and Stroke. And at the minute we are offering a blended offer of online and face-to-face services. And our services are for anyone over the age of 18 with a chest, heart and stroke condition. And we also offer support to family members and carers. So our key service is family support. And when a client is referred to us, they will be connected with one of our coordinators who will complete an initial assessment and identify any support needs for that individual. And through family support, clients can avail of things like regular telephone support and, when appropriate, home visits. They can access information and advice, emotional support. We signpost to other services. And we also do internal and external referrals. So internal referrals to our services and external referrals to the likes of Advice Space and the Stroke Association, who offer like counselling and speech and language. In terms of what we offer at Chest, Heart and Stroke, one of our programs is PrEP, post-rehab exercise program. And with that programme, it's usually face-to-face, but because of the pandemic, we obviously moved online. And so we offer that as a 6-week stroke education online programme, coupled with walking groups, which are now up and running face-to-face. We also have developed Surviving Stroke in the Community, which is a fortnightly programme which focuses on peer support, reducing isolation, health promotion and secondary intervention. We also provide a 6-week online Taking Control programme, and that's a self-management programme that aims to help participants reach their full potential despite living with a long-term health condition. We also offer cardiac services, so we have our Heart Strong online programme, and they also offer family support and walking groups. We also provide then support to carers, and we have a 6-week carers education programme, which brings together a small cohort of carers and stroke professionals. So if you do want to make a referral, you can contact me directly and I can send you over our referral form, or you can go through our website to make a referral through there. Thank you.
Stephanie, thank you so much. And again, such a really, really needed service. Brilliant. So next up, we have myself. So I am going to give you a quick overview of a new service that MEAP has just started to provide since the pandemic. So due to the different constraints of the COVID-19 pandemic, we as a team at MEAP had a chat about what the need was, and we felt there was a need for some telephone counselling for people that had been really impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, and that could have been in any kind of way, whether that was due to a bereavement during that time and not having that opportunity for a proper kind of grieving process due to the lockdowns and things, or whether someone was made unemployed or lost their job due to COVID, or whether they have had long-term kind of ill health after having COVID, or even just the fact that the isolation and loneliness had been really intensified during the lockdowns. So it's very, very simple. It's for anyone aged over 50 and if they are impacted severely by COVID. And we use, in partnership with Lead Counselling from Carrickfergus, and Selena is just absolutely fantastic. It's telephone counselling, and I think that works really well with the older people. And that is currently funded by the Mid and East Antrim Borough Council, the COVID recovery. So great service. For me, it's an absolute luxury as a community navigator to be able to refer directly into counselling and know there's not a really long waiting list. So again, if anybody knows of anyone that is to benefit from that support, please just make a referral through the Community Navigator service. So mine was short and sweet. So next up then after that, we have Alan from the Northern Ireland Fire and Rescue Service.
Good morning, Alan Barr from Northern Ireland Fire and Rescue Service, Ballymena District. Fire Service offers numerous support before, during and after the fire. First of all, we have home fire safety checks. Basically, that makes sure that people have a working smoke alarm and that they have a fire escape plan and that they're aware of the dangers of fire in their home. That can be offered free of charge to anybody over 50, anybody with an impaired mobility or disability, or somebody who has been referred to us by a partner agency such as yourselves. Another thing that we're rolling out now is onward referrals, known as a welfare navigator. Basically, that means that if we go to a house fire or any event in someone's house and we think that they need a little bit more help, with their permission, we can forward them on to partner agencies such as yourselves, or hopefully after this meeting, a lot more partner agencies within the borough out there. We also attend community safety events, just giving informal advice on fire safety in the home, particularly aimed at the people at risk in the category I said earlier on. We also do road safety talks. This is particularly aimed at the 18 to 24-year-olds, but hopefully in future it will be aimed at the older drivers as well. And once the pandemic settles down, we'll make sure that we're doing a virtual reality program based on that. Also, to groups like yourselves, other partner agencies, we do fire hazard in the home awareness training. So it's either a face-to-face session or online session talking to carers, community workers. If you are in someone's house or you are talking to someone over the phone, what to actually look out for. So final slide. I want to come in under the 6 minutes. That's my email if you need to get in contact with me about anything, and that's my works telephone number. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Alan. Again, great information to be shared. So thank you. Next up, then we have Parkinson's group, and it's left me. Sorry, who is presenting for Parkinson's? Actually, apologies.
Joanne.
Joanne, lovely. Thank you so much, Joanne.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joanne. I'm a Parkinson's local advisor within Northern Ireland. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our information support service. Needless to say, having Parkinson's can feel overwhelming if you don't have the right information support at the right time. It affects people themselves who have Parkinson's, carers, friends, family member, or somebody with Parkinson's. We're here to help everybody, really. Our helpline staff and our team of friendly local advisors in Northern Ireland have a wide range of knowledge and expertise about Parkinson's. So we can help you if you've just been diagnosed and looking for advice and support. Given that there are over 40 different symptoms of Parkinson's, ranging from various motor symptoms such as balance coordination issues, tremor, salivation, to the non-motor symptoms such as hallucinations, anxiety, depression, obsessive compulsive disorder. There's quite a range of different symptoms, and people can get overwhelmed, and it's trying to break all those down and support people in managing all those symptoms. People often are looking for tips on how to deal with the day-to-day impact of Parkinson's. So we can offer telephone consultations. We can do face-to-face meetings if somebody is particularly vulnerable. And we can also offer Zoom meetings as well. We offer support for partners, friends and family members with Parkinson's. We find that a lot of people needed that additional emotional support during the COVID pandemic, and that was in relation to the isolation and the very fact that often they weren't getting out to get their exercise, and their movements were restricted. Any muscular stiffness and rigidity was getting worse, and obviously then the pain was getting worse. So physical and emotional and psychological effects out there COVID pandemic, and we were offering additional support to people. We increased our helpline numbers, etc. So also, if you want to, if you want to find out about support in your local area, we've got different activities going on, like Speak Up, Speak Out, speech therapy, work with exercise classes online and face to face. We have a virtual dance class as well. I think that's my time up. And I've just seen a duck.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Joanne. I know I was looking at the chat there thinking, has anybody seen it? So I think Stephanie has from Chester and Stroke has pipped everybody to the post there. So Stephanie, if you could private message us across where you would like your Terry's chocolate orange centre, that would be super. Joanne, thank you again. Astounded by the range of stuff that the Parkinson's provide. So great to share that knowledge. Fantastic. So next up then we have Paul from the PSNI in Mid and East Antrim, and he is our crime prevention officer.
Thanks, Jenny. Hello. Can you hear me? Everybody hear me okay? Yeah, that's good. So I'm Paul Black. I'm the crime prevention officer for Mid and East Antrim PSNI. Based here in Ballymena Station, however, I cover all of Mid and East Antrim, Carrick, Ferguson, Larne as well. There's only me. I'm the only crime prevention officer there is in Mid and East Antrim, so I'm very busy at the minute. So crime prevention, what do I offer in regards to working with MEAP and other partner agencies? So primarily I deal with security, personal security, domestic abuse security, criminal damage security, burglaries, any type of crime that really happens, there's a security element to it. And I will try and help the person to follow on with their life and try and get back to normality. So I'll conduct crime prevention surveys using a number of different ways to help the person. Security products is probably one of the biggest ways, and that's when I would work with MEAP very closely with the handyman service in regards to lighting products that we'll provide in order to get them fit. fit for purpose and stuff. So it's actually a really good collaboration that we have with MEAP in order to try and help people stay safe within their home and enjoy their life, really. So we use the likes of lighting, window alarms, door alarms, driveway sensors, you name it. There's any type of product that we can use in order to keep people safe within their home. I'll also do information days such as stands in shopping centres for basically along with MEAP. I'm working with the likes of the Fire and Rescue Service, Northern Trust, PCSP Council, and there's my information there. If anybody needs to get in touch with me, certainly send me an email, no issues whatsoever.
Super, thank you so much, Paul. Again, a really, really useful service, and certainly something that MEAP really appreciate in the Mid and East Antrim area. So great, thank you. Next up, we have Anisha from Radius Housing.
Hi everybody, I'm Nisha Byrne and I'm one of the floating support coordinators for Radius Housing. We support over 55s living in the community, and we cover all of the Northern Trust areas right from Newton Abbey up the Causeway. And we do have a criteria, so the person has to be over 55, living alone or with someone elderly or disabled, living in one of the Northern Trust areas and have a support need. So just a sort of snapshot of what we do is we would run social events. Obviously that had stopped during the pandemic, but we've started running events up again. We're doing a Christmas bus trip for Newton Abbey, and we're also running a Christmas dinner for Lauren. Lauren would be one of the areas I would cover. We'd also carry out a home visit every 3 weeks. We started doing home visits there again in June. And during the visits, it would just be sort of like a welfare call as well, but we'd also make onward referrals to OTs, do benefit checks, council as well. And so we would liaise with social services too. But also carry out a support plan every 6 months with the service user to see what help we can offer as well. And we would have, during this time, we'd build up links with other contacts too. We'd also do morning calls as well and make referrals. It's normally only for a duration of 2 years we would see the person. So during this time, we would obviously build up support and network with other agencies to see what best we can help as well. Anybody can refer to, the details are on the last slide there. So just on either through email or the main head office number there.
Brilliant, thank you so much. That's fantastic to know as well that service is there, so brilliant. Next up, we have Audrey from the Northern Area Recovery College.
Hi everyone, so my name is Audrey Montgomery and I'm a peer recovery trainer within the Northern Region Recovery College. The Recovery College sits within the Northern Health and Social Care Trust, but we're not a therapeutic service. We were launched in 2015 to deliver mental health and wellbeing courses within our local communities. All of the trainers within the Recovery College either have lived experience or learned experience. So what that means is the lived experience, I'm somebody with lived experience, so I have my own mental health background, personal mental health background, and I use that to help co-write and co-facilitate the courses. And I would work alongside professionals who have experience, whether it's like a nursing background, OT background, social work background, that type of thing. All of our courses are for anyone wanting to learn more about their mental health and general well-being. We have a variety of courses, so there's always something for everyone. For example, anxiety, sleep, self-care, arts and crafts for wellness. We've got depression, feeling comfortable in your own skin. There's lots and lots of different courses that you can sign up for. we're based on college principles, so everybody who attends is a student, so we don't talk about patients or clients or anything. Everybody's a student, whether you're a staff member, carer, person with their own mental health challenges. We work in semesters and terms, but even all that being said, we're not school, so it's informal, it's relaxed, it's fun, it's really informative. The courses are really good. At the minute, all of our courses are they're all on Zoom because of COVID. Pre-COVID, we would have been out in the community, and hopefully it won't be too long until we're back to that again. All of our courses are free, and they're open to anyone living or working within the Northern Trust area. And finally, you register for courses. We don't take referrals, so it's completely up to you. If you see something that you want to sign up to, you make that decision yourself, and there are all of our contact details. If anybody would like a prospectus or a timetable, please feel free to get in contact. Thank you.
Audrey, that's great. Thank you so much. Great information and a great resource as well. Brilliant. Next up, we have Sharon from the RNIB. Oh, are you on mute, Sharon?
Yes, I am, and I'm busy chittering away. Thanks anyway for the opportunity to highlight the work of the Royal National Institute of Blind People, better known as RNIB. You can see all here on the slide all the services that we have at the minute. My name, as I say, is Sharon McClure, and my job is community access worker in East Antrim, and there's 3 of us who cover the Northern Trust area. Our vision is to create a world where sight loss isn't a barrier to living full independent life with confidence. And we do this by encouraging and equipping people to thrive and participate in society by sharing their interests and their experiences. Throughout the pandemic, we continued to operate remotely, like everybody else, with many of our usual services and activities taking place online or via telephone conference call. We had all our various courses all running online like everybody else, and we had all our weekly activities carrying on, creative writing, postcard art, music, etc. Just a few facts: there are over 56,000 people in Northern Ireland living with sight loss, and we are here to offer support and help to everybody and their families as well, and carers. We provide practical and emotional support. Amongst the many services that we do provide is our infamous talking book service. RNIB have the largest talking book library in Europe and has over 60,000 accessible items, including 36,000 fiction and non-fiction books. This service has been in place for more than 80 years and is provided free of charge, and has been a huge boost in this since the pandemic started. Obviously, people sitting in their own houses thought, if I had a good book to listen to. My contact details are on the second slide there, or if you want to contact me directly, I'm sure Jenny can put you in touch with me. Many thanks.
Brilliant, thank you, Sharon. I'm just listening to that timer, and I'm hoping Alan Barr doesn't send out a fire engine for us. It sounds like a fire alarm. Brilliant, thank you so much. So next up then we have Chrissy, who's going to give you a very quick rundown on hard to swallow.
Hiya. Sorry. So as Jenny said, my name's Chrissy. I am part of the MEAP team. So myself and one of my colleagues, Rosalina, took part in the Community Innovators program through the Community Foundation. And we were successful in receiving funding from Hospital Charity Fund, the Department for Communities, and CFNI. So we worked together with the Northern Trust to produce a resource for people with eating, drinking and swallowing difficulties. So basically we discovered through chats with our clients and just from some personal stories from people in the office that a lot of people out there were suffering from dysphagia, which is the clinical term for eating, drinking and swallowing difficulties, but they weren't really getting the support in home that they needed, with waiting lists sometimes for a speech and language referral taking up to 18 months. So what we did was we put our heads together and we came up with a resource which is available on our website, which you can see there, meapp.co.uk/hard to swallow, of a booklet of tips and signs and things like that to spot somebody who potentially has swallowing difficulties, and then how to care for that person in the interim between getting your speech and language therapy appointment. So that's basically in a nutshell what Hard to Swallow is. We did an awareness campaign, which some of you might have seen on our social medias, just to help raise awareness that eating, drinking, swallowing difficulties is a problem in the community. So that is me. That's it, yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Cassie. That was great. And again, highlighting something that not a lot of people know about, that there's support out there. Fantastic. So next up we have Joy from Marie Curie.
Hi, I'm Joy from Marie Curie. I'm the coordinator for a Marie Curie Helper service. So I'm going to mainly stick on that. I'll give you some information on Helper on the nursing service as well. So we take referrals in for families that have someone in the family with a terminal illness, and they can also come in from healthcare professionals, friends, or self-referrals. During the pandemic, we've continued to offer phone support, and at the minute we are slowly moving back to face-to-face. That's been working on the last couple of months. So we've got a few people out. We're sticking strictly to our last 12 months of life, and it's any terminal illness. Volunteers provide weekly visits to clients' homes for up to 3 hours. We're trying to hybrid that with the phone calls at the moment, and allowing people to go in sometimes, do a phone call one week maybe and a visit the following week. We're there to support practically, small practical things around the house. We can do bits and pieces. Emotionally, to chat, socially, to take people out. At the minute that service is not available. We're hoping to get that up and running again in the new year, I would say. Looking to give signposts to local services and give respite to the family. We're not able to provide medical or personal care, but can work around current services and again refer back and signpost to other services that are able to ensure that support can be given. Phone service is widely available at the minute, and we are progressing obviously to the face-to-face hopefully over the next couple of months. Volunteers also support bereaved families virtually or hybrid, again depending on the family requirements. Marie Curie Nursing Service, that would be our services, the volunteer service. This is the nursing service, so the nurses or healthcare assistants going in overnight. They also provide rapid response service, multi-visit day sits, and an emergency package of care if that is required. Giving you the numbers there for referring for myself or for the nursing service. Also, there's a virtual bereavement support and an information and support line, and all the numbers are on the slide. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Joy. That's great. And again, great to know about that service is available and that these are back out, doing home visits. So it's fantastic. Thank you. Folks, I believe it's a miracle. We are dead on time, but we have a couple of other presentations just very quickly that we thought were really valuable and we wanted to include. So if we can have Wenda from Volunteer Now, and she is going to present for us. Thank you.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. My name is Wenda Gray, and I'm the Volunteering Support Officer for the North East Antrim area. Volunteer Now is the lead organisation for promoting and supporting organisations across Northern Ireland. We build recognition for volunteering and celebrate the contribution volunteers make. Volunteer Now promotes volunteering to individuals and groups across Northern Ireland, providing access to a wide range of opportunities, all of which are listed on the homepage on our website. We also support volunteer involving organisations in relation to volunteer management, governance and safeguarding. We have been running a series of webinars for our member organisations to network, share and learn. And this has really proved popular, especially from right throughout the pandemic. We have an innovative platform called Be Collective, and it's a free volunteer management system enabling groups to find volunteers, create opportunities, run events, manage people and engage new audiences. The platform allows organisations to tailor their own registration forms, assign shifts, communicate with volunteers and much more. We have training. We provide safeguarding training through our Duty to Care project.
Oh, I think we've lost you here at the end. Wenda, you're...
Hit mute. I've hit
There we
mute,
go.
sorry. We have our volunteer enterprises provides innovative training and support solutions to develop volunteer involvement across all sectors. We have publications, which is good practice guidelines, and Volunteer Now coordinates the Befriending Network, which focuses on bringing together organisations providing or wanting to provide a befriending service for older people. So just with regards to the Take 5 Wellbeing, we're encouraging people to volunteer as an option on the PHA's 5-step to Wellbeing, which is connect, be active, keep learning, take notice and give. So if anybody needs any support or any information on volunteering, my details will be on the slide there. So that's great. Thank you very much.
Lovely, Wenda, thank you so much. And again, just highlighting the real importance that volunteering provides to our health and care, and the real need to make that robust again after COVID, and how much we depend in the community and voluntary sector on volunteers to deliver care in the sector. So thank you. Next up, we have Estelle from Women's Aid. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Estelle Devine from Women's Aid ABCLN. We cover Antrim, Ballymena, Carrick, Larne and Newton Abbey. I have 2 roles within Women's Aid. One is as a community resettlement worker, where I'm providing direct support to women. The other role is older but no safer training worker, and that's where I would be training agencies, professionals, organisations and anyone within the community. At Women's Aid, we provide support to women and children who are affected by domestic abuse. This includes emergency accommodation for women and children within refuge and self-contained flats, and also support within the community. We offer one-to-one support, practical assistance, group work for women affected by domestic violence, specialist services and support for children and young people. We work with the women to identify their individual needs and develop a support plan alongside them. We believe that no one should have to live in fear or threat from abuse. All of our services are free, confidential and accessible to all women. We're providing, currently we're providing face-to-face work, telephone and Zoom, whatever the woman requires. Through our Older But No Safer project, we aim to raise awareness that domestic violence does not just affect younger women. Sadly, older women are telling us that they might be older, but they certainly feel no safer. Older women may have been living with domestic abuse all of their adult lives, invisible and in silence, or it may start in later years. And all too often, the abuse of older women is mistaken as elder abuse rather than domestic abuse, which is a very different situation. An increased understanding and awareness about domestic abuse can provide much needed protection for older women. Women's Aid ABCLN Older But No Safer project will work with older women and communities to increase awareness about domestic abuse and to provide greater protection for women aged 55 and over. The project will equip communities to recognise that domestic abuse affects older women and respond by supporting individuals to access appropriate services. Older women affected by domestic abuse have particular needs caused by vulnerabilities which come with increasing age, and their experiences are often exacerbated by social, cultural and physical factors such as judgment from friends, family, financial constraints, depression and anxiety, mobility problems, pain and injuries that require a more tailored response. We've been developing training which we're offering to professionals, community and any individual in recognition that we all have a part to play and aim to get our message out there that it is never too late. And again, if your organisation would like to receive this training, please just let us know. We would be absolutely delighted to provide that for you.
Estelle, thank you so much. And again, we are so proud to be involved in the Older But No Safer steering group actually with Women's Aid. So again, fantastic services that you're providing. Thank you. Last up then we have Mark from Lifeline, who's going to give us a quick overview on the services that they provide.
Thank you. So I'm one of the counsellors with Lifeline. Apologies because I'm just off night shift, so I'm hanging in there. So we offer, most people may know of Lifeline. We're here to help anybody who's in any kind of crisis or despair, any thoughts of harming themselves, and we're here to support in that moment of crisis over the phone. So when you phone Lifeline, it's free to call. You're always speaking to a qualified counsellor. We answer every call within 3 seconds is our target, so everybody will get to speak to us. If you're concerned about somebody or worried about somebody, we also encourage people to phone in for third-party calls or other professionals. We get that lots of people phone in, the health services and A&Es phone us a lot to then follow up with people, and that's another service we can do, is check in on people if you're concerned about somebody with their permission, obviously, that we check up high risk people. If they're feeling any sort of risk, we will check in with them. Some people don't know that we actually do offer counselling as well. So we would do an assessment and we offer 6 weeks of counselling. So I'm also one of the community counsellors. So you'll be seen, we don't have waiting lists, we're not allowed to have waiting lists. So you'll be seen within a couple of weeks to access a counsellor, which is good. So we're open, most people know what we do, where we are, we're open to support anybody who's in any kind of crisis. I suppose part of the nature of me being here today is that we're also wanting to refer and signpost people out. So we're actively looking and wanting to connect with as many organisations, community organisations as possible, so that we can then refer people on and sign people on. So that's part of my role as well within Lifeline, within the Northern Trust, is to link in with other community organisations so we can help people access timely support in that moment of crisis as well.
Brilliant, thank you so much, Mark. There's stuff there that I didn't know, certainly about the kind of checking in with people with their consent. Fantastic, thank you. And I'm nearly sure you were angling for Terry's chocolate orange there with the, I'm only off night shift. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much, folks. I have one very quick one today. I couldn't go past today, personally, without sharing with you that today is actually Net Cancer Awareness Day. And there is actually a support group, a NATR group in Belfast. So anybody that you know who has been affected by neuroendocrine cancer or NET cancer, as it's commonly known, there is a NET and NATR group in Belfast based in the Macmillan Information Centre, and the details are there on the screen for anybody that would like to signpost on to that. So again, something that maybe people aren't aware of, and there's just so much support out there, folks. It's just knowing about it. So that is today, Net Cancer Awareness Day, the 10th of November. Thank you. So brilliant. If everyone, I see people already have, that has just been a whirlwind of information. It's just been great. If I see people already have, if you could pop into the chat, just any of your thoughts about today. There we go. Jane Delum, I think you should donate mine to Mark. Oh, well, we'll get Mark one as well. So Mark is he's going to have a Terry's chocolate orange winging his way to him. Just as a sympathy, Terry's chocolate orange. Is that what we'll call that prize? Fantastic. So pop into the chat how you felt today has been, what use it has been to you and to your organisation. I am really, really hoping and really hopeful that this time next year, we will be able to do this in real life, and it just would be fantastic if we could do that. So thank you so much for joining us today. All the slides and the recording will be online on our website later today. I hope you have all found it useful. Please refer back to it whenever you can, and hoping that everyone keeps safe in the meantime, and fingers crossed we'll see you all in real life soon. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.